shared this stage 15 years, me and him. I don't know if it's ever happened in football.
Up until recently, for more than 15 years, there's been a bitter rivalry between the two greatest footballers of our time. The competition between Argentinian Lionel Messi and Portuguese Cristiano Ronaldo. Since 2008, and for the next 10 years, the most prestigious individual award for the best player of the year, the Ballon d'Or, has belonged to these two. In the history of football, there's never been a similar rivalry, and we're very lucky to have the chance to witness it. And yes, it is still going on. Since the careers of these two legends are not over, and despite the fact that it is rather difficult for them to compete with young and win-hungry talents, they still continue to compete with each other in various statistical aspects. And despite their roughly equal contribution to the world football, we want to decide who is better, Messi or Ronaldo. Don't forget to subscribe, like and leave a 4-word comment. And here we go. Comparing Messi and Ronaldo is incredibly difficult, and calling the best of the two is a real crime. After all, they are completely different footballers with a different approach and vision. But we'll take up the burden and still give you the answer to this question. We'll not shout in vain based on personal sympathy, only as children on the streets love to do. Instead, we'll focus on the specific criteria that allow to assess these legends. For every parameter one gets a point, and at the end we compare the number of the points and give you an unequivocal answer of who is the winner. First parameter, goals and assist statistics. Cristiano and Messi are the two top scorers in football history, which is incredible itself. But let's compare the number of their goals in detail and decide who gets the first point. Cristiano Ronaldo currently has 827 goals and 236 assists in all competitions. Messi, on the other hand, scored 799 goals and gave 353 assists. And despite Messi is by far superior to Ronaldo in goal and assists, we believe that in that case, we should mostly be guided by the goals, and in particular by the tournaments in which they were scored. In this case, the Portuguese is the clear leader, since he surpasses Messi in the total number of goals, and also has more goals for the national team, at the same time being the best scorer in the history of all national teams in the world. He also holds the record for most goals scored in the Champions League. Furthermore, Cristiano's transfer to Juventus Turin was far more successful in terms of goals than Messi's move to PSG. The combination of these factors gives us the right to put a close but well-deserved point to Cristiano Ronaldo, +1. Second parameter, individual awards. The number of individual awards between these two players is really hard to count, because in their prime years, the only thing we heard about was that one of them had won another award. Therefore, we'll base our evaluation only on the most basic personal achievements. Perhaps the two most important personal awards for any professional footballer are the Golden Boot, which is awarded to the top scorer in the UEFA National Leagues, and the Ballon d'Or, which is awarded to the best footballer of the year. Messi and Cristiano had the same amount of these awards for some time, and both wanted to be first. After all, in many ways, that is what determines the winner of their rivalry. Cristiano Ronaldo had a high regard for these awards, and every time Messi won the Golden Ball, it hit his ego hard. While Messi, although also incredibly ambitious, was more lenient if Ronaldo won. However, the Argentine has now amassed 6 Golden Boots and 7 Ballon d'Or awards. Cristiano, on the other hand, is second on both of these indicators, as he has 4 boots and 5 Golden Balls. Thus, in this regard, the point goes unquestionably to Lionel Messi. Many people would say that this is the key indicator, and therefore the victory in the whole competition should be given to the Argentinian. But wait, let's not be too hasty. The Golden Ball, for example, is a rather subjective award, and Modric being the prime example. Possibly the most unexpected winner of the trophy in history. That's why the scoreline is 1-1 and a big fight is going further. Third parameter, club trophies. This parameter is a very interesting one, as one could spend hours passing the trophies of these two legends, making a meticulous analysis of their personal contribution to whichever award they won. And believe me, many trophies would not have been won without the participation of today's heroes, as they both played key roles in their teams throughout their careers. Messi spent almost his entire career at Barcelona and has managed to win a mountain of trophies with the Catalan club. He's won 10 La Liga titles, 7 Spanish Cups, 8 Spanish Super Cups, 4 Champions League, 3 UEFA Super Cups, and 3 FIFA Club World Cup titles. A truly impressive list. Last year, he won the French Ligue title and the French Super Cup with PSG. Cristiano Ronaldo's list of trophies is no less impressive, and it is remarkable that he managed to win a lot of trophies in the strongest leagues of the world. He's changed a number of teams during his career and shown the highest level of play everywhere. He's 3 times champion of the English Premier League with Manchester United, twice La Liga champion and twice Serie A champion. And if you list the rest of his trophies with these teams, the video would stretch for a very long time. But still, it is worth mentioning that Cristiano has won the Champions League trophy 5 times, and he's done it with 2 different teams. First with the Red Devils in the season 2007-2008, and then 4 times with Real Madrid. It is not easy to award a point on the basis of the passing of this parameter. After all, Cristiano has been successful in the best leagues of the world, while Messi remained loyal to Barcelona for a long time, and can rightfully be called the king of La Liga. So let's divide the scores by 2. So that's plus 0.5 for Messi and plus 0.5 for Cristiano. At the moment, the score is 1.5 to 1.5. 4th parameter, national team career. We are aware of many cool players who, frankly, had no luck with the national team. The protagonists in this video are not one of them, as one is from Portugal and the other from Argentina, and these countries have always been famous for their players. This parameter is one of the main ones, as many players are often adored just for their success with the national team. Cristiano Ronaldo has been the unquestioned leader in this regard for quite some time. He won the sensational 2016 Euro and regularly brought victories to his national team in various tournaments, while Messi was a shadow of himself in the Argentine national team. He was regularly criticised, first failing to help the national team win the 2014 World Cup, and then repeatedly failing in the Copa América finals. As we know, the Copa América is the equivalent of the Euro for South American teams, and for many fans, this is the most important competition. But all that has changed recently. First, Leo finally won the Copa América in 2021, and then, a year and a half later, he became the real hero of the 2022 World Cup in Qatar and brought his country its first title in 36 years. Anyway, a World Cup trophy is a very compelling reason to give the Argentinian a point. In addition, Messi's also the 2008 Olympic champion, which may come as a surprise to many people. All this combined allows Lionel to get a point and gain the advantage 2.5 to 1.5. Parameter 5. Off-field life. A person's legacy is defined not only by his or her professional successes, but also personal qualities and the way the person treats life and those around him. Undoubtedly, almost every star is sooner or later involved in some kind of intrigue. Messi and Ronaldo are no exception. Just Google it and you'll see that both players have been caught up in some kind of scandal. But let's be honest, all the bad deeds of these guys are outweighed by their good deeds for thousands of times. We know some cool footballers that are a real shame. Leo and Cristiano are definitely not one of them. You only have to go deeper and you'll realise that each of them has been a lot for society and individuals. Charity is an integral part of both legends' lives. Messi, for example, opened schools in Argentina and Syria. He's donated over €1 million to fight the coronavirus, and recently sent money to Turkey and Syria to help with the earthquake. Ronaldo's charity list is even longer, and probably it'll take a whole video to tell about. But if these guys are equal when it comes to charity, Ronaldo's off-field lifestyle is worth more attention. The Portuguese is the kind of man who's a true leader both on and off the pitch. His partners have begun to follow his nutrition and training habits at almost every club he has played for. Plus, the Portuguese's media exposure is on a level higher than Messi's. Ronaldo has more Instagram followers than any other human being in the world. And another remarkable thing is that Cristiano can communicate with his audience in 4 languages. Messi, on the other hand, can only speak his native Spanish well. So the point goes to Cristiano Ronaldo, 2.5 to 2.5. Parameter 6. Techniques and skills. Hard work is incredibly important and mostly it pays off in any business. and Cristiano Ronaldo knows that like no one else. From an early age, he has worked regularly on all aspects of his game. He comes to training before anyone else and leaves later than anyone else. It is hard work that has made him who he is, and the Portuguese can be truly proud of it. He is a great example for all of us. Do you want to succeed? Then you have to work hard. But Messi is different. Lionel is first and foremost about talent and innate genius. We've all heard the story of him coming to training and eating crisps there. Can you imagine Cristiano allowing himself to do that? Of course not. But a genius can do anything. Any flaws in his diet or discipline have never once affected his game. What Messi does, his talent is there to stay, and he proves it in every game. His dribbling, sense of the ball, sense of passing, and goal flair are unbelievable. Cristiano's dribbling is a thing of the early 2000s. The whole majority of his career is built on power, speed, and goal scoring, which is developed, again, solely through hard training. Messi's game, on the other hand, is built on something extraterrestrial. The Argentinian is only 170 centimeters tall, but that does not prevent him from deftly outmaneuvering the most powerful defenders and using every inch of the opponent's penalty area wisely. Yeah, you might say that their technique can't be compared because they are the two ultimate opposites, but we're talking about football, and Messi's football skills are still a level above Cristiano, and a few levels above everyone else's. With that in mind, Lionel confidently earns another point and finishes the confrontation in our video with a score of 3.5 to 2.5 in his favour. And here we have the final look at the best, Ronaldo or Messi. The Argentinian won with a minimal margin of victory. But no need to write angry comments, dear Cristiano Ronaldo fans. As we have previously stated, the two legends are very hard to compare, and even our parameters are not 100% objective. And it's safe to say that Leo and Ron is something inseparable. In fact, it's not a matter of one player, but rather of the rivalry of these two. In addition, neither of them would have reached the heights they have without competition. We're now facing a new rivalry that will last for years, namely the rivalry between Mbappe and Haaland. Do you think they'll surpass today's heroes or not? Write your opinions in the comments.